Imperative is used to give commands, advice, instructions, orders, or express wishes like stop, listen, all of that, right? This is same as
Hey there, welcome to French and You, your go-to place for affordable live online French courses. Whether you are a beginner or preparing for DELF or DELF exam, we have got you covered. Join our global community of more than 25,000 learners from more than 45 different countries with 2 million plus views on YouTube. On our website, you can rate your own French level and pick the batch that suits you best. We offer multiple time slots and you get to choose two preferences at the time of registration. Every French course includes 2 mock DELF practice exams and a course completion certificate. Visit frenchnyou.com to explore course details, success stories and more.
all right. So we will be doing the question number 5 here. Écrivez 4 phrases pour présenter les habitudes de sortie dans votre pays. Utilisez les expressions de fréquence différentes. That means we have to write down 4 sentences presenting the habits of the outing, like presenting the outing interests of the people in our country. Like example is given: les Taïwanais vont souvent au restaurant. That means that the people from the people of Taiwan, they often go to the restaurant. So for Indians, we have to write down 4 habits of outings. Try to use these words of frequency, no? Souvent, and we have more words like that. We are saying the words like souvent, quelquefois, parfois, all of that. Those type of words, like the verbs of the words of frequency, not the verbs.
Like often, then
Often,
sometimes,
correct.
uh,
Quelquefois, parfois, no? Souvent, chaque fois, chaque jour, all of that.
Parth, how do we write Indians in plural? INDIENNES?
You can write INDIENS.
ENS.
Because you're like writing in general, right? You're not writing for just for female Indians, right?
Yeah, I'm writing.
You can just write like this. In case you are just targeting like the female Indians, so you can say and the N.
And if we say, we can say, when we say lay and the end, then we'll write S also.
Yeah, if you are writing like the Indians, then we have to write les and yeah.
This, in my feedback part, this the third one.
Yeah.
So les Indiens préfèrent.
Les Indiens préfèrent.
Les Indiens préfèrent aller au cinéma. So learn, type the sort they prefer. Their choice.
Their preferred outing. As per their type of,
Okay. And I just wrote le type the sortie.
Le type the sortie.
So le type.
A type of outing, right?
Okay. Yeah. So because I'm referring to a larger group.
Yeah. So because you're referring to the Indians, so then we cannot write le type the sortie. We can say leur type sortie. Their type of preferred outing,
And if I want to, in the second one, I actually wanted to add that they go to a discotheque on Friday night.
Yeah.
I can just say
le vendredi soir.
Le vendredi soir. Okay. Parfois on discothèque.
Discothèque, le vendredi. Or maybe chaque vendredi, or maybe le vendredi.
Chaque vendredi is also okay. Chaque vendredi soir.
Vendredi soir.
And then third one, if you say les Indiens,
Promène, like promène to go for a walk. Promène is a verb. That means to go for a walk. आपने लिखा था prenne मतलब to take.
What I meant was they take
the better verb here you can use is promène, because they take their walk or they take their cat for a walk, right? Promener is the main verb. Now let's get started with the new lesson. The new lesson is Soyez les bienvenus. And I am sure in this particular chapter we are we are gonna learn the imperative, if I'm not wrong. Yes, imperative. Être verb.
Yeah.
तो भी नहीं आया मुझे एत्र present अच्छा है maybe I just want to understand
Soyez.
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 Correct.
Soyez
Soyez
les
is the vous form of être verb in imperative form. Imperative is actually very important topic, but it's very easy. Okay, so it's easy, so you don't have to worry about it. What is our objective? Our objective is proposer une sortie, like to propose an outing, invite someone, accept an invitation, refuse an invitation. So like we can say like, no, I mean it's good for me. I'll be there, you know, or maybe I accept the invite, all of that. So we use a lot of time the imperative form when we are giving any command, when we are requesting something, when we are giving an order, when we are requesting, or maybe anything, right? So we use imperative. For example, let's go for a walk, let's go to the restaurant today, or maybe let's go to the park, come over at my place, let's have dinner together. So these are all what? These are all imperative forms.
Exclamatory, yeah.
Exclamation marks are used, right? So these are all imperatives. In French also the usage is same, just that we have to understand the structure of imperative. How to like change any verb into imperative form, right? This is what we have to learn. Let's go ahead. But before that, please observe this small calendar that is given to the right side of this audio. So please observe this calendar and then read the questions, question number 1 and 2, and then we will play the audio. Achha, whose schedule is this? I mean, if
Barbara.
of Barbara.
Barbara.
Okay. And the first question actually talks about
Why is Andrew talking to Barbara?
téléphone à Barbara. Il parle de quel artiste?
We're talking about which artist?
Which artist? Correct. And the second question talks about compléter l'agenda partagé de Barbara.
Which
Complete the shared calendar or the agenda of Barbara.
So dot we have to fill actually.
Yes, absolutely. These areas. All right. Can we start?
Plage avec Roger et Sissi. Plage was beach, no?
Plage is the beach. Yes.
Leçon 6. Soyez les bienvenus. Activité 1 et 2. Focus langue.
Salut Barbara, c'est Hendris.
Bonjour Hendris, ça va?
Oui, très bien. Écoute, en ce moment, c'est le festival de jazz à Nice. Mercredi, il y a un concert de Benjamin Clémentine. Tu veux venir avec moi?
Pourquoi pas? C'est à quelle heure?
20h.
Non, mercredi à 20h. Désolé, je ne peux pas. J'ai rendez-vous pour un speak dating franco-polonais.
Alors, jeudi, il y a un concert de Grégory Privat. Il est génial. Tu es libre jeudi?
Oui, jeudi, ça me va.
Formidable. On se retrouve où?
Place Masséna, à 19h, pour manger une pizza avant le concert.
La pizzeria Attimi, c'est bien ça?
Oui, c'est ça.
C'est parfait.
Super. À jeudi.
Okay. Second time.
Leçon 6. Soyez les bienvenus. Activité 1 et 2. Focus langue.
Salut Barbara, c'est Hendris.
Bonjour Hendris, ça va?
Oui, très bien. Écoute, en ce moment, c'est le festival de jazz à Nice. Mercredi, il y a un concert de Benjamin Clémentine. Tu veux venir avec moi?
Pourquoi pas? C'est à quelle heure?
20h.
Non, mercredi à 20h. Désolé, je ne peux pas. J'ai rendez-vous pour un speak dating franco-polonais.
Alors, jeudi, il y a un concert de Grégory Privat. Il est génial. Tu es libre jeudi?
Oui, jeudi, ça me va.
Formidable. On se retrouve où?
Ben, place Masséna, à 19h, pour manger une pizza avant le concert?
La pizzeria Attimi, c'est bien ça?
Oui, c'est ça.
C'est parfait.
Super. À jeudi.
So what is the answer for the first question? Pourquoi
Jazz.
André's téléphone a Barbara?
For a jazz
There's
festival.
a dance, yeah, there's a festival, jazz festival.
To
In-
take her.
Where is the
Okay.
jazz festival?
Uh,
Did we note the city name?
No.
no.
Something with V.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
So it's like this one. You can just see on my screen.
Andrew's
André's téléphone pour proposer une sortie à Barbara. Il invite Barbara au festival de jazz à Nice.
No, Nice is a place.
Yeah, it's a strange city.
In Palma, the Ken artist. Did they take any artist name? I didn't hear.
Oui?
Yeah.
Yes,
When?
Anubhuti. Which
Yeah.
artist did you hear?
Benjamin Clementine,
Exactement. Oui. One more.
one Macready, and Gregory Priva
Kripa. Hmm.
on jeudi.
Oui?
Yeah,
C'est
I
ça?
think so. So,
All
oh
right.
yeah.
Then we have the second question. Complétez l'agenda partagé de Barbara.
Festival.
So,
So on 8th,
want
mercredi 8th.
actually she has a meeting with French
Francophone.
Francophone.
Speak dating.
Speak dating.
Dating Francophone.
So we can say Polonais. Okay, this is the correct response. We third speak dating Polonais. Okay, this goes with this goes for the mercredi.
Macready.
Voilà.
Okay. Then jeudi 19, she's free, libre.
Then
the
19 jeudi.
no, she is not free. 19 is the rendezvous avec Andres à la pizzeria.
8
Right?
o'clock. Oh yeah.
At
9,
7
that's
o'clock
the dinner.
basically.
Yeah.
At this time, 7 o'clock, there is she's
You're on
having a meeting with Andres
At
in the
pizza at
pizzeria Atimi.
dinner at Themis.
Yeah.
At Themis.
And then at 8 o'clock, then 8 o'clock is the concert of Grigory Priva.
Background white, I couldn't see.
Which text, ma'am? This one?
This.
And the other one also. Gregory.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Make whole white, no?
Whole white, I don't know, whole,
Acha, okay.
because it's
Right.
actually different texts I have. Maybe let me do one thing. Let me write the answer over here. That will be helpful.
Actually,
Voila. You can see it now, I guess.
this is for Mekradi.
Yeah, the last one I have written a speak dating Polonais. This is for Macrodi 8. Escabuza Bakery. Have you written?
Yeah.
Yes. I was telling you that I'm conducting that podcast series. So, I mean, the teacher is like I was having around 15 years of experience. She was like wonderful. And she also gave me a lot of teaching methodologies, like, you know, how we can improve our vocabulary. So I told that I usually ask my students, or I usually ask the people who are connecting with me to make a separate vocabulary notebook and keep noting down the vocabulary list, right? She said that go even a step further and ask them to write down a paragraph using those words. Then it will have a long lasting impact in the mind. Like if you are, let's say, and it should be a theme-based study. Theme-based study we are already doing, like every chapter is divided into different theme, right? So theme-based study we are already doing. She said, go even a step further, make them write a paragraph. Okay, using those words. For example, if we studied, let's say, a body parts vocabulary, or maybe in the previous chapter, let's say we did the vocabulary of, let's say, outings. Then make a paragraph. I mean, use the words and then make a paragraph. Then the words will stay in the mind for a long time. Let's go ahead and let's start with the imperatives. Imperatives is a very nice topic and very easy to understand. It will be done very soon. All right. So here we have our topic, that is imperative. So first thing that we have to keep in mind, that imperatives in French are only used with the three forms, that is tu, nous, and vous form. Why? Because whenever we give any command or whenever we request something from someone, we do it either in the first person plural form or else in the second person. Isn't it? We don't give any command to the third person, right? Person who is not in front of us, how can we say how can we give the command to that person? For the first person plural, how can we give a command? For example, let's do this work. So I am including myself also in this, let's do this work. Let's complete this. So I am just saying in general, let's complete this, right? So this is the first person plural form. Second person, in French, we have two second person forms. First is tu, second is vous. So these are the only three conjugations we will use to change any verb into imperative form. Fine?
Yeah.
Now, there are a few things that we have to understand before we start with this. Firstly, we can read this line like, imperative is used to give commands, advice, instructions, orders, or express wishes like stop, listen, all of that, right? This is same as in English. There is no change. Now, apart from that, what is the formation of imperatives in French? Formation of imperative is, first we have to take the three verb forms like tu, nous, and vous, right? Then we have to conjugate the verbs. Whatever verb we have to do, we have to change in imperative, we have to conjugate the verb in present tense using these tu, nous, and vous form. Fine. After that, we have to remove the subject pronouns. If you will have a look here, in this particular table, if you will see, this is the present tense conjugation of finite verb. Now, if you will see the present tense, we have mentioned the subject pronouns. But in the imperative form, if you will observe, we have actually removed the subject pronouns. Because whenever we are giving command to anyone, we don't use the subject pronouns. For example, we don't say you finish this work. We just say finish this work. Isn't it? Or for example, whenever we say, let's complete this work. We don't say we finish this work. Then otherwise there is no imperative in that case, right? So imperative is like let's finish this work. This is like the order. Finish this, right? So we don't need to use the subject pronouns. Fine. Now, if you will see for the tu form, the conjugation of finite verb is tu fini. Then in the imperative form, we will remove this tu and we will be just adding the exclamation mark. It will be fini, and that's done. For nous finissons, the imperative form is simple finissons with an exclamation mark. For vous, it is simply finissez with an exclamation mark.
Imperative has an exclamation mark everywhere.
Yes. Right? Now, this part is clear. This part, I think there is nothing complicated till now. So we understood the structure. What is the structure? We will simply take, first thing is we will understand this topic like in the steps. So what is the first step? First step is
you have to use.
First step is we have to take the conjugations, the three verb forms, right? So take the three verb forms in the present tense, right?
Yeah.
The three verb forms are with, tu, nous, and vous. This part we are clear. Apart from that, what is the second step? Second step is we will remove the subject pronouns. Remove the subject pronouns tu, nous, and vous. So this is clear. Now, the third part, there's a third step also. We have to add the exclamation mark. Add the exclamation mark, right? Now, these are the general 3 steps that are used to change any verb into imperative. So let's take a simple verb. First, we will talk about ER ending verbs. First, a little bit of, rule you will find over here. When we are talking about the ER ending verbs, there is a small change that you will observe. Okay. So as we discussed, the first step. So the first step that you can see, let's take a verb parler. Okay. Parler is an ER ending verb, we already know. Now, what is as per the first step, what will we do? We will take the 3 forms, tu parles, then we have nous parlons, and then we have
Vous parlez.
correct. And then we have vous parlez. So these are the 3 forms we already know, right? After this, what we have to do? Correct. So the second thing is like we will remove the subject pronouns, as you already know. So we will remove the subject pronoun from here.
Parler.
So it will be simply parle, parlons, and parler, isn't it? These are the 3 forms that we will be getting.
Yes.
Now, the uncommon thing that you will find over here is that in case of ER ending verbs, with you, we will remove this S. Now, here in this case, there will be a third step. The third step will be, then we will add, after removing this, we will add the exclamation marks. That's it.
Okay.
So for the verb parler, the imperative.
This will be in all ER ending verbs.
Hanji?
This will be in all ER ending verbs.
All ER ending regular verbs.
S कट जाएगा.
All ER ending regular. Regular you can understand, because rules are not for irregular. Okay.
This is also rule.
Yeah. ER ending regular verbs. So if I'm not mentioning regular, you can understand. Rule is for only for the regular verbs. For irregular, we have to just grab it as it is. Okay. For irregular verbs, we will be given we have the imperative forms. We have to just memorize it as it is. Now, as we have regarder now, so for regarder, we already know what to do. We will first tu regardes, then we have nous regardons, then we have vous regardez. Right? Then with this form, we will remove.
Regard.
It will be regard.
Regardons and then regarder.
Oh. So we'll remove this S from here. And then we will be having here regard. No, and then regarder. Now the imperative forms are regard, then we have regardons. Now, for IR ending verbs, we have already seen example in the book. The example that I showed you in the book for finir. IR ending verbs, there is no problem with that. Okay, IR ending verbs are like simple.
Like in IR, we don't need to remove any S or
We don't
any
remove any S or anything.
conjugation. Okay.
It's like it's normal. So we can take, let's take this verb. Réussir. Okay. So with tu, it will be tu réussis. Nous réussissons. Then with vous, we have réussissez. And here there is no need of adding any third step. In this case, we can simply just keep it as it is, We can just add the exclamation mark right here.
Réussir, it meant?
Réussir means to succeed.
Yeah, to succeed.
For the irregular verbs, for the irregular ones.
Yeah.
The imperatives of irregular verbs, I am pasting it over here. I'm writing it over here. and then you can note them exactly as it is in your notes. So it's for avoir, it is, I mean, you will not be able to identify with the
The
verb.
conjugation is changed. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it is not the conjugation. These are the imperative forms.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Okay, these
So
are
we'll have
not the
to learn
present
like
tense.
that.
Yeah, we have to learn it like that only. Like for avoir, what are the three forms? Ayant, aye. For être, we have soit, soyons, soyez. For savoir, savoir means to know. Sache, sachez. And then for vouloir, we have veuille, veuillons, veuillez. अगर मैं बोलूं parler, talk to me, for example. Okay, if I'm saying the complete sentence, talk to me, talk to him, so I will say na parler or we parle avec lui, talk to him with an exclamation mark. Are you understanding?
Acha, so it'll be either parle moi and then the explanation mark.
And talk to me. Talk
Like
to me.
whenever you put any, let's say, whenever you put any, you write any sentence in exclamation form, I mean in the imperative form, you add the exclamation mark at the end, right? Not right after the verb. But here we are learning ki how to change a verb into imperative. That's why I have mentioned the exclamation mark here. Are you getting my point?
And talk to me. How will we say parler? Parler à moi.
Parle,
Parle moi.
Parlez-moi.
talk to me, parle avec moi.
Talk with me.
Parle avec moi.
Okay, and then exclamation.
Voila. Okay, like if it is like regarde, watch. So maybe
If it
let's
is
say,
just Parth, watch, then it will be like Parth,
it
regard.
will be like regard only.
If I have to
If you
complete
want to
or
say
add something to it, then after
let's
that,
watch.
listen.
If you want to say let's watch the movie, okay, so you can say regardons le film.
Regardons le film. Okay.
Any question, Anurti?
So I remember venir is an irregular verb.
Yeah,
But
venir is also.
they pouvoir, they're also irregular.
Yeah, these are all irregular.
Even pouvoir is irregular.
Pouvoir and devoir are all irregular.
Absolutely.
I think are irregular तो बहुत कम ही है. Are irregular है.
You
Okay, जैसे I'll give you some examples. Let's say for example, अगर मुझे कहना हो किसी को be on time, be on time. How will I say? How will I use this? Is an imperative. This is an imperative. It's a command, right? Be on time. How will I say? Which verb will I use? आप बताओ. To be. To be is the être verb, isn't it?
Yeah, okay, हाँ.
So we will use which form we will use. हम second person में use करेंगे, right? Because we are giving the command to some second person.
Yeah.
So we will say either soit,
Yeah, soit.
à l'heure,
Soit là.
or we can say soyez à l'heure. It's like be on time.
So ये Allah will be. अच्छा, we
You are
can write be
addressing
on
to a
time है
second
तो.
person, or you are addressing to a group of people.
Yeah. So it's like if it's one person, it will be SOIS. If it's like in a group, then
No, see,
that we have to
say
see.
there are two usages of vous. So vous can be used in two cases. Either like you're talking to someone formally, like you are talking to your boss. मतलब boss को तो क्या ही command दोगे? But it's like and still maybe you're like using it maybe for any case. आप maybe कुछ भी कोई भी advice maybe request कर रहे हो boss से, anything. आप कोई अपनी wish express कर रहे हो. So you can use the vous form also, right? And then
I
let's say
suppose.
you are addressing to a group of people, let's say 2-3 people. Please be on time. Let's say you are addressing to your team. So you can use soyez. Otherwise, informally you can use soit l'heure.
Soit l'heure. Or soyez. And if you have to say, like, the chapter title is soyez
Soyez
les
bienvenue.
soyez les bienvenus.
Be welcome.
Welcoming you all.
Welcome. No, be welcomed or or welcome. Simple.
And just welcome ke liye bhi we say soyez bienvenue.
But if you want to just say if you just want to say welcome, and if you don't want to use imperative, you can also say bienvenue. That will also be fine.
Like if somebody has come home, so I'll say bienvenue or
Yeah.
soyez bienvenue.
Bienvenue or soyez
Le bienvenue.
le bienvenue.
Le will be for many people.
Le will be for plural form.
More than yeah. Plural form.
Or otherwise, you can also say soit
Bienvenue.
Soit bienvenue. Soit
or
là.
le bienvenue. Ça va?
Ça va.
Clear? All right. Voilà. C'est tout pour ça. C'est tout pour aujourd'hui.